Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to West Sound TV Presents the 7th and final installment of the 2005 KDDA Kitsap Destruction Derby season. Well, we've got a whole bunch of championship races here at Thunderbird Stadium today. We've got the championship of the dashes, we've got the rollovers, we've got the figure eights, and we got that big Kitsap crash. Well, I'm the Dr. Doc Barr, joined up here in the booth by that metal maniac himself, the B-Daddy, Mr. Brent Woolard. Brent, this is it, the end of the season and all the championships on the line.
That's right, Doc. Thanks a lot for the intro there. And folks, you are in for a treat today as the KDDA has so many events scheduled for this day's race that they had to start an hour early. The season points champions, John Yates for the big cars, Tony Flashfolver for the minis, and rollover points champion Tim Garrity were crowned after the last set of races during Whaling Days on July 30th. Today we will have championship dash and top 10 races, both mini and big car, followed by the rollover championship. We will get to the specifics of these events as they progress. After rollover, we'll have a big car and mini car Kitsap crash, a $3,000 total purse event, Doc, with $1,500 going to the prospective winners.
We got the big bucks out there today in this final season-ending championship series.
Hey, Doc, let's go over the lineup here. Number 95 in the station wagon, Mike Pinky Nordstrom. 155, Scott Dickey. 165, John Yates. 14, Dan Pies. 121, Clayton the Rooster Corey, and we are underway.
And remember, all of these folks have won a championship dash. Here we go. The green flag is out.
That's right, Doc. To get into this race that Scott Dickey is leading in, you had to win a dash during the regular season. Scott Dickey comfortably in the lead. The closest competitor would be Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan in the 41 car. Dickey rolling up on Pinky Nordstrom, the rookie out of Puyallup. Oh, and Dickey is in trouble. He's into the tire. Yates now in the lead in the 165 car.
Oh, some action right down here at the...
Yates not in the lead. Looks like Duncan. Mopar came from third place to the top. And actually, Mr. Mopar started in 8th. So, heck of a job by him to hang in there. We're down to the final lap. 1 lap to go. Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan, comfortably in the lead. And here he comes around the final turn, and he will take the first checkered flag of the night, Doc.
Number 41. Number 41, the winner of that first championship dash. That's Pat Duncan.
Patrick Duncan, Doc, a 27-year-old racer with 8 years of racing experience.
And he's got Mr. Mopar on the side of that 41. The winner of the championship big car dash. And again, all the competitors here were champions this year in at least one dash.
That's right, Doc. To get into a dash race to begin with on a regular night, you would have to qualify in the top 12 in time trials. Any winner from any of the dashes could enter this race here tonight, the championship big car dash. So that's the best of the best of the best. And I'd like to bring up Mr. Mopar. Patrick Duncan is sponsored by Advanced Door Service, Crabtree Well Drilling, JPL Habitability, Big O Tires, Jim's Auto Wrecking, Martin Motorsports, RB2 & Sons Car Crushing, Melseth Garage, Nielsen's Mopar Ranch, and Olympic Artworks.
Yeah, there's a checkered There's the checkered flag for Pat Duncan and car number 41, the winner of the championship big car dash. Now, over the season, John Yates won the point total for those championship big cars. In the driver standings, he was number 1, Rich Burr number 2, and Scott Dickey number 3.
That's right, Doc. And now we're coming up to the mini car. You see the mini cars on your screen there. We're coming up to the mini car dash championship.
And Tony Fuller, the points leader this year, the championship in the mini cars. Flash Fuller in car number 92. Lester, 63, was number 2, and Scott Carter in 33 was the third place this year. And you know, those guys were within 7 points of each other, those first top 3 positions, Brem.
Yeah, it was a pretty tight race in the minis and the big cars, and we'll get a little bit more of that later. 63 there, Mike Lester. As you see, he's in third starting position. We'll go over the lineup here as the drivers start. 92, Tony Fuller. 33, Scott Carter. 63, Mike Lester. 156, Chad Steiger. 111, Bill Power. Bill Power, the 44-year-old rookie. And 190 car, Mike Stevenson. And Richard Sharp. And they're underway here in the mini car championship dash event, and Tony Fuller finds himself remaining in second place as Scott Carter in the 33 car is having some coolant problems, I think, Doc.
Yeah, Flash Fuller, look at him go. He snuck through that crowd and is running away so far.
No, it's not an accident that Tony Fuller won the season points race, Doc. You see him win a lot of races every night. Look, fans, you'll be listening to that name, Tony Flash Fuller, all night tonight.
And again, all of these competitors out there have won at least one dash this season. That's why it's the championship action out here tonight.
Again, you had to.
Fuller's in trouble.
Fuller's doing fine, Doc. He's over there at turn 2 right now.
Oh, okay. It was 02 that was in trouble there. That's Sharp.
Richard Sharp in the Cleveland Indian car. Tony Fuller coming around here in front of us, looking good. No competition, really. 2 laps to go. As I look over at our flagman for tonight, Kelsey Payne.
And Sharp, once again, having some trouble. The white flag is out.
And here comes Fuller around in front of us.
And Flash gets the win.
Fuller will win the race, Doc. Tony Flash Fuller, number 92, the 45-year-old Port Orchard man, 13 years racing experience. He's sponsored by Bremerton Grocery Outlet, JMK Fibers, LLC, A1 Radiator, Mom Maxwell, and Big O Tire, and of course, Fuller Racing.
And again, Tony, the winner of the point standings in the dash for the mini cars, and now the winner in this championship race tonight.
Tony Fuller picked up a $300 check and a trophy for winning the points race throughout the season. Points, ladies and gentlemen, go like this. You get 1 point every time you enter a race, and an additional 2 points if you win the race. There's no points for second place. Tony Fuller had a total of 48 points on the year, and that beat second place Mike Lester that you saw out there in the 63 car by 5 points. And Mike picking up $200 and a trophy for second place. Mike, incidentally, a rookie, so we look for big things out of him next year with a little bit of experience under his belt. And Scott Carter in the 33 car, who we also saw out there, took third place in points, gets a trophy and a check as well.
All right, that's a great, exciting start out there. 2 good races to begin this 2005 finale here for the KDDA. And there's our winner, Tony Flash Fuller.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next race will be the top 10 race for the big cars. And that'll be a trophy and a $25 check to the winner.
Now this one.
And our next race is our top 10 race for the big cars.
Okay, the cars are lined up here for the big car top 10. This race is the top 10 points leaders throughout the season. The 732 car, Cody the Rock Stayrook. 198, Al Craigie. 189, Robert Gilmore. 54, Axel McCarroll. 55, Axel Harp. 113, Dave the Hook Hero. 41, Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan. Like I said, we'll be calling his name a lot tonight. Number 30, Joe Kowalski. 42, Steve Sven Melseth. 14, Don Pies. I see the 55 car out there, and here comes the 89.
And coming up last but not least on the track, 189, Robert Gilmore.
And that 189, I believe, is Robert Gilmore out there. Yep, Robert Gilmore finishes up the group for the top 10 big cars. And again, these are all top 10 point finishers throughout the 6-race season up to today.
Cody the Rock Stayrook in the 732 car, one of the many military race car drivers we have out here today. Tim Garrity and Jeff Hiscox. There are a couple other Navy guys that be out there racing later on.
Yeah, we've got our champion for the season, Yates, in this, as well as the winner of that first round, number 41, Mr. Duncan. Mr. Mopar Duncan. Yeah, here we go. Race number 3. It's the top 10 big car point leaders.
And we are underway. A lot of action right in front of the flagman, which lets Cody scoot through. He's got about a 50-foot lead on the field, being chased by Hero and Duncan. Now Yates getting into the mix.
Yeah, we got a couple cars smoking up at the end.
Looks like Cody's had a little trouble in turn 2 over there, but he made it through all right. That 198 car over there at turn 1, that could be trouble because he's forcing him to go tight. Now he's getting out of the way with a little help from Rich Burr. 5 laps to go. And Cody and Yates neck and neck.
We got a smoker.
Cody and Yates. Yates is taking the lead. And you see Hero up on the tires.
Oh, nice move.
Cody still in the lead. Cody is out. Now Yates and 42 Steve Sven Melseth in the lead. Now Yates scored through. He is now your race leader, John Yates. 3 laps. 3 laps, Doc.
Here comes Yates.
Yates, pretty comfortable. And you'll see behind him is 732 Cody Stayrock, but Cody's actually a lap behind. Yates has more than a half-lap lead on the field at this point.
Yellow
White flag.
White flag, excuse me, out for Yates. Whoa! We got one right under us.
And there's a checkered flag for number 165, John Yates.
Yeah, we don't have too many running after that one, Brent.
Yates, the 9-year racer out of Bremerton, 32-year-old, sponsored by West Sound Transmission, Auto Effects, West Sound Power Sports, DNC Competition Engines, Designs Unlimited, and Kaza Property Maintenance. John Yates who we had discussed earlier, won the big car point standings. And again, it is no coincidence that he finds himself winning here the big car top 10 race again, and that was for all the drivers who had won a heat throughout the season. So, or correction, I'm sorry, that was for the top 10 drivers in the points race here through the 6 weeks, the first 6 races during the season.
And old Dave, the hook Hero up against the wall, up on those tires. I think that Chico towing truck might have to come out to give the hook a hook.
Now, Dave told me before the race tonight, Doc, that he had 6 cars together for tonight, and at this rate, he'll get through about 3 races before he runs out of cars. Okay, we got the trophy presentation here for John Yates. Congratulations, John. And our next race, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the top 10 race for the mini cars. And we'll bring that to you as soon as we get Mr. Hero off the tires. Okay, we're back here as Mr. Hero is being towed away, and we have now the mini car top 10 race for you, number 162. Travis Lester, 111, Bill Power, 169, Jordan Perez, 72, Chris Rowland, 35, Steve Morgan. We would have had Dave Hero out here, but he's being pulled off the tire, so this is somebody else driving his car. 85, Kurt Bratcher, 153, Vince Morris, 190, Mike Stevenson, 69, Tony Powell, 33, Scott Carter, 63, Mike Lester, and 92, of course, Tony Fuller, who finds himself all the way in the back of the pack.
Well, it's been a great season. We've been very happy to work with the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association this year to bring this great event to the community. It's a classic summer event here in Kitsap County that's been going on as the Destruction Derby with the KDDA for 35 years. This is their 35th anniversary season, and it's been a great one, Brem.
It really has, Doc, and I'm just tickled that they'd have us come out here and put these couple races on TV for them. It's been a real blast. Okay, Hero is off, and your flagman, Kelsey Payne, is waving the cars around. Here we go. Now, as long as they stay tight coming around here for the warm-up, he'll give them the green flag. Occasionally, he'll make them do another lap if they spread out a little thin.
Slowing them down. There goes the green. We're underway.
Sounds like a bunch of bees flying at us, doesn't it, Doc?
Yeah, 153 with a nice move. That's Vincent Lee Morris.
He's just been passed by Mikey Stevenson in the 190 car, who finds himself in pretty good shape.
Man, we got a parking lot up there at the east end of the track.
The 85 there, Kurt Bratcher, was pointing the wrong direction. Mikey Stevenson still in the lead. And again, this mini car top 10 race is for the top 10 points leaders in the mini car division.
Now Flash Fuller trying to work his way through a big crowd of mini.
If anybody can make up the distance, it's him, and he's in 4th place right now behind Lester and the 111 car, Bill Power, the 44-year-old rookie. But he now has passed both of them and is right on the tail of Stevenson. Mike Stevenson is in danger here of being passed by Fuller. 4 laps to go, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Flash Fuller is in the lead. The 92 car of Tony Flash Fuller is now in the lead. Two laps to go. 2 laps. Mikey Mikey Stevenson is in striking distance, about a quarter of a lap behind, but it would be very difficult at this point to catch up to Tony Fuller. Kelsey Payne has the white flag out.
Tony Fuller with a little hook on the hook.
Scratch that. The checkered flag goes to Tony Flash Fuller. He will add another trophy and a $25 check to his impressive collection of KDDA checks and trophies for this season, Doc.
Well, Flash has won the point total. He won the mini car championship, and now he wins the top 10. Who's sponsored him, Brent?
Doc?
Besides Fuller Racing.
Grocery Outlet, Bremerton Grocery Outlet, JMK Fibers, LLC, A1 Radiator, Mom Maxwell, Big O Tire, and Fuller Racing.
Yeah, there he is, a guy in the yellow driver's suit. Yeah, we got a smoker right down below us here.
Who is this on fire? Is it Vince Morris? Is that the 153? The angle that we have here, I can't see the number on the top of the car. Looks like Lester's dead at the end of the track there also. Oh, that's the 33 car of Scott Carter here in front of us. And then the 63 car of Mike Lester to the left of your screen smoking. Here comes the trophy presentation. We also have the 162. And here come the... Oh, you know what? We've had a change here, Doc. Mike Stevenson will win this race. Fuller must have not had a legal lap at some point, and which, if you don't go around all the tires, you have to redo that lap. So very well, something along those lines could have happened.
So Tony did not get the trifecta.
Mikey Stevenson.
Stevenson coming away as the winner of the mini top 10s. And Stevenson doing a nice job out there.
And there he is, pumping his fists, waving his arms in the air, and getting his trophy.
I don't think he knew he won. He was almost off the track before they called him back.
Well, Doc, as Stevenson climbs back into his car, they have a lot of hardware to get off the field here. The next event will be rollover.
Which has the ability to go up to 60 miles an hour. It can probably race some of our very own cars. It's got a 2-speed transmission. It's a dual drive. And Chico Towing.
Okay, Chico Towing is moving the tires aside and positioning the rollover ramp as you see the full fans in the seats. Tonight's rollover championship is independent of the season rollover competition and is open to any driver who participated in KDDA rollover events during this 2005 racing season. As I stated earlier, Tim Garrity was the season rollover champion. The points winner for tonight will receive $100 and $75 going to second place, and of course trophies. The rules are simple. For every quadrant a driver rolls, he or she will receive 1 point with a bonus point for every full rotation. In other words, if you simply roll over on the roof of the car, that's 2 points. Rolling all the way back over onto the wheels would get you 5 points. 1 per quadrant with the 360-degree bonus point. Doc?
Quadrant being sides, bottom, and top, or top, side, and bottom.
That's right, Doc, but you cannot do, what do they call that, the triple Lutz? You can't do a pirouette on your front bumper.
That's right, just don't count. Well, we got to thank and give a hello out there to Brandon Price and the folks from Skyview Aerial Platforms who have been entertaining the crowd with some great little electric mini cars out there before this rollover event. And, of course, they've got their helicopters out here today, and sponsored by Hobby Outlet, who's the main sponsor, I believe, of tonight's event.
That's right, Doc. They spared no expense, did Hobby Outlet, in securing the rights for today's events here.
Yeah, Brandon, of course, has been helping us, trying to work in some AP, some aerial photography with those little electric mini things out there.
And we see Chico Towing there, Doc, and on the right you got the Olympic ambulance. The ambulance is kind of on loan to the KDDA in the event of an emergency locally here that requires the ambulance. He will roll to that, and we will have to go in hold until he gets back.
Yeah, Brandon's got one of those little mini electric trucks out there. Crowd loves this stuff. He's going to do it. Look at this trick. Truck over helicopter. I don't know if I've ever seen that in the movies, Brad.
Brandon Knievel.
That's right. There it is. Uh-oh, the chopper got a little high that time.
I think they're playing with him. They're playing with each other a little bit. Hey, while we got a minute here, this copyrighted program is owned by West Sound Community Television and may not be rebroadcast or duplicated without the expressed written consent of West Sound Community Television.
And Brandon didn't even get a rollover on that one. Here he goes. He's going to give it another shot here. Try to take that little truck over that little helicopter. Oh. Now, how many points was that worth? 4. Correct. He rolled it all the way over.
Yeah, no, Doc,
wheels.
you forgot the bonus. 5.
Oh,
Every time
5.
you roll around to your wheels, you get a bonus
Okay,
point.
that's right. Complete rotation gives you an extra added bonus.
And it was kind of strange the last time we televised an event. All 3 of the rollovers were 5-point rollovers. Each time it just rolled back over on the wheels.
Well, we had Tim Garrity up here with us before we started, and Tim didn't feel comfortable in an upright position
No,
on
he
level
didn't.
ground. He was just getting ready to get down there. Here's our first contestant, car number 61. They're going to get 1, 2.
That's the 161 car, Doc, Owen Lewis. And, boy, he came up there pretty slow. And then you see the...
Whoa, a little bit of oil mixed in there.
And when they rolled him over on his wheels, he blew his front left tire.
Woo, we got some smoke.
Yes, we do. And there's your global warming problem right there, folks. What is that, a Fiat or something?
Well, it's a European car, I know.
Yeah, see, it's the Europeans. Hey, wait. We're all Europeans, right?
No, Americans.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We love American V8 engines, V8 power. Here he goes again. Looks like Lewis is going to take another shot. Oh, man, crank it up, crank it up. He's going to have some help, I think, to even get up the ramp.
It's sounding like the little choo-choo who couldn't, Doc.
Yeah,
2 points. Looks like all Owen Lewis is going to be able to get. If he flips it on its side, I'll be surprised that he doesn't even have enough mustard to get it up over on its side.
I say all these guys should just roll him over. They're going out to help him. Let's see. Shut her off, they say. So they're going to... There it is. Doesn't count, though, for points, right?
That's correct, Doc.
There it is, the washing machine. All right. And you got to thank these pit crews, these volunteers. These guys are all volunteers, club members and whatnot. And they just put a ton of time in. Steve Harris, the president this year, and again elected to the president of the board of directors for next year. And they put a ton of time in to do these events.
And everybody, the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, or KDDA, is a non-profit. So they're doing this for the fun of it and to entertain the fans.
Now, it looks like this little rig here has a little more zip to it. It might make the ramp. It's taking a good run at it. 101 gets a full rotation.
Back over on the wheels. That's 5 points, Doc, for the 101 car. Paul Nunez, 35-year-old driver out of Port Orchard. He's been racing here for 8 years. Sponsored by Acme Painting, North Shore Towing, Belfair Muffler, Canal Automotive, 6-Star, Goodyear, P.O. Pond, Scrap Iron, Charlie, Brighton Clean, and Southern Dreams Entertainment. He's got an impressive list of sponsors.
Well, here comes the red and white car.
KC Straight in the 24 car, Doc.
KC's got a little juice going there, it looks like. Whoa, good speed.
There it is. That's what we want to see. That is 8 points.
Almost 2 complete rotations there. He got the 5 and then another 3 or 2.
3, Doc.
Okay.
5 and 3 because he rolled over past the roof onto the other door, and that was 7 quadrants with the bonus point.
All right. Good job. And he's going to take another run at it. You get 2 runs.
2 runs, Doc, and he's got some a good working motor. All 4 tires are intact, and here we go. KC straight.
Whoa, complete rotation that time. Another 5 points for KC.
That'll be 13, Doc, and 13's a pretty impressive points number. I have seen 12 in one roll. That's 2.5, but it doesn't happen very often. He's pretty happy with that. He's going to do a little victory, get out of the way lap.
Nice job by KC Straight. And here's our season champion coming up, Mr. Tim Garrity.
Tim Garrity, a friend of mine from the Navy Yard. Here he comes. Very good, that rollover.
Oh, he hits a nice angle. There's a complete rotation. Oh, he almost got 2.
7, Doc. 1.5.
Almost got 2 on that run.
Tim Garrity, the 39-year-old out of Silverdale, in his 5th year here. All he does is roll over.
And you know, the crowd just really loves this action. This is one of the crowd favorites out here.
Yeah. Tim is sponsored by Belfair Auto Wrecking, Advanced Door Service, and Wired Up Electrical.
So for the first time this season, at least since we've been here, Tim's got some competition.
He does for the day, but not for the season total,
Right,
Doc.
well,
He's already won that.
KC Straight, though, we figured, what, 12 points he had, right? So we'll have to see. I was reading an interesting thing in the history of the KDDA where Webb Rhodes, who is in the Hall of Fame, one of the guys that got this thing started, was the first rollover guy that got into doing rollovers. And Tim was talking earlier about learning from Webb. And, you know, back in those days, Webb used a convertible with no roll bar on it. And what he had was a seat belt down on the floor of the passenger's side that he'd grab and pull himself down under the dashboard.
Is he riding a Bronco there? Hey, real quick before we get too far here, we didn't give Owen Lewis his props. The 43-year-old in his 2nd year here, Acceleration Auto Works, Olympic Pennzoil Oil Change, Jerry Emery, and LK's Auto Repair.
Well, the clock is ticking now for Tim Garrity.
Tim is done.
KC's going to take another run at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5-pointer.
5 points. Now that won't count, as the crowd appreciates his efforts there. That won't count, but it's something to kill the time while we see if they're going to try to get Garrity's car rolling, dare I say.
Well, they've got the hood up on that poor old thing, and that's the same car that he's used all season long.
And Straight's just going to keep going till he gets it right.
He's going for that, too. Here we go, one more time for KC Straight. He only got the 1 rotation that time.
He didn't. They like to go up the ramp and then do a hard right turn, and he didn't get a bite on that, so he basically just came off it sideways and slid a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Tim's out of his car there, so it looks like in this final rollover of the season, looks like Mr. KC Straight is going to get the trophy. Let's see here. I think they're still giving Tim, are they still giving him some time to try to get that rig rolling?
Well, the judges haven't made a decision yet. I'm not sure there's a rule on how long you have. I think it's kind of a common sense deal. If they're saying they think they can get it going, though, they're pretty good about letting the drivers get back into it.
Yeah, he's climbing back into his car. Well, you gave a hello to Kelsey Payne, the flagman, and I want to say what a nice job our PA announcer, Dennis Buchholz, has done this season. He's just great, keeps the crowd into it, let everybody know what's happening.
Dennis Buchholz has been doing this as long as I've been coming to it, and he does a great job at it. Looks like Straight might be going for another one as he passes Garrity's car there. And he's coming. See if he can't get her just right.
Oh, other direction.
That was kind of odd. Well, they do call tonight play day also, Doc. He's going to go for it again.
Yeah, that was an interesting direction off the ramp. time he didn't get over.
I think that's a 0.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, Joey Chitwood should check this action out, though.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is brought to you by
Yep, looks like they're going to call it now.
We have Tim Garrity and
Oh.
make his second run.
Yeah, Tim, they were waving.
We got a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's Steve Harris. He was actually driving KC Straight's car. Steve Harris, your KDDA president.
Yeah, there he is.
The only man I've ever seen get a 0 on a rollover.
Man, here they're trying to get Tim started up out there. Uh-oh, Kelsey's getting into that
Kelsey
car.
Payne,
Oh, my goodness.
the flagman,
I don't-
getting in the car
oh,
for
my
rollover.
goodness. Let's see if they can get Tim fired up out there. He's got some human horsepower helping him out.
Okay, no fair pushing him over the ramp, but he's going to do it on his own.
Yeah, come on, Tim, fire up.
Apparently he does it. It's time to run. If he gets a point on this, I don't know what.
Boom. Inhuman horsepower. We may have to go to that if the gas gets too expensive, Brent. Get
Well,
your friends
hey.
out there pushing your car.
He got 1 point.
Yeah, they're going to roll him over just to make him feel good.
Yeah,
They push the car.
He's got the whole group out there. There they go.
that's teamwork, Doc.
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, back in the 1800s, they had horse-drawn cart rollover.
Yeah, let's see. They got Kelsey in that other car. We'll have to see if Kelsey's going to take a roll at it or not. Yeah, well, we got just a moment here. Let's take a quick moment to thank the some of the underwriters, the KDDA, the Destruction Derby, making it possible for West Sound to do this event and bring it to the community. We've got to thank Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Restoration for their support of local TV. Of course, let's thank Skyview Aerial Platforms. That's Brendan Price out there with the mini trucks and the helicopter action. We've also got Tom McGraw from Q Sound Studios who did our music. NorthwestAirMedia.com. And let's not forget our buddy Jack Bailey from Racecom Communications. And we certainly thank Jack for providing the intercoms that make it possible for our West Sound volunteers to bring this program to you. We got Michael, Kitty, Matthew on the cameras, Patricia and Garrett directing, Patricia down the truck on the audio. I'm the Doc Parr, and Mr. Brent Woolard up here in the booth with me, along with production assistants who are helping out. That's Rich Penny and Tom Spicer.
Yeah, everybody here's a volunteer tonight, and we appreciate everything they give us, and would also like to throw the call out there for more volunteers if you'd like to get involved in some of this action.
Here
Wes-
comes our flag man. He's got the green flag for Kelsey Price.
2
Hey.
points, Doc.
Kelsey only made it over to the top. That little red and white car keeps working pretty nice, though, Bram.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's still running. It's been rolled over, what, 8 times already?
Yeah, by a variety of drivers.
Yeah, everybody in the entire organization of the KDDA, I think. And looks like Kelsey's going to try it again, Doc.
Yeah, we got some of those little mini cars out there. I hope he doesn't run over one of those little small cars.
Yeah, wouldn't be much left of it. All right, here he comes. Accelerating towards the ramp.
Wow!
And he missed it and, into the concrete.
And now we know why Kelsey is the flag man.
That's right, because he's not that good of a rollover driver. That's a pretty good one, Doc. I'm rubbing off on you.
Oh, we got a great crowd here tonight. A good night out there, September. And again, it's the final event of the 2005 season, the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association's Kitsap Crash, spelled with a K, and that's going to be coming up pretty shortly. Is Kelsey, I don't know. It looks like Kelsey may have done some damage to that poor little white and red thing.
Well, I can't imagine that much of that car still operates. I'm amazed it's made it this far.
Now, a lot of these guys, since this is the last race of the season, they probably don't mind banging them up this time. Here he goes.
That's the whole point of the play day, is to let everybody just have a lot of fun.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Looks like it may have died out there. See if he can restart it. He's got the reverse gear.
He had to back up so he can get a running start, and he does have a blown front right tire also. That'll definitely be negatively impacting his ability.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
With the bonus, 5 points.
Yeah, nice job there by Kelsey Payne. He got it all the way over. Oh, that was a fun event.
That may well be the last rollover that we see. I'm still waiting for the trophy girl to get out of the car as Tim Garrity gets whooped up on there. That's Kelsey Payne's wife beating on him.
Yeah, of course, no glass in these vehicles for safety. And there he is, the flagman, Kelsey Payne, gets the full rotation.
He doesn't win any money or trophies, but he does get a gift certificate to a chiropractor.
And a kiss from his wife.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next event will be the mini car Kitsap Crash.
That's pretty good. That's real good. Folks on the cover grandstand side. Do you think you can beat that? Okay, hang on. We're going to give you a countdown. Get your throats all ready. Number 812, Mark Mattioli.
Here comes the mini car Kitsap Crash. So far, a paltry 5 cars out here. We don't know how many are coming yet. Here comes the 35 car. That is the 6th car in this race so far. Again, if $1,500 in prize money won't get them out here, I'm not sure what will.
Yes.
We have 113, Dave Haro. 812, Mark Massioli. 26, Dean Murray. 63, Mike Lester. The 70 car, Mike Martin. 35 car, Steve Morgan. 6 cars, Doc. And let me tell you something. First place, $1,500. Second place, $750. Third place, $500. And $250 to 4th place.
You know, we got the big money event. One of them here. This is the Kitsap Crash with a K.
Kitsap with a K and Crash with a K. And the 58 car is rolling out. Let me check my sheet here. I don't have a 58 car.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. We're underway. We've got cars on both sides of this. Oh, a big crash right there to begin things with in the middle of the stadium.
The 70 car of Mike Martin rolling into Dave Haro.
Mike Massioli out there. Whew, that 113 coming around from behind.
113, Dave the Hook Haro. Nice looking shot of the 35 car driven by Steve Morgan's number board.
Ooh.
Little choo-choo train over there in front of the flagman.
Oh, and everybody's still moving. There's a sandwich in the middle of the field on that pink and blue.
Mike Lester almost rolled up on the 113 car of Dave the Hook Hero.
Everybody's still moving out there.
Well, you know, like we talked about in the last race, Doc, these small cars, it's tough for them to get enough momentum and energy to do a lot of damage, so it takes a while.
There was some damage done there by number 63. Oh, Mike Lester looking for him. Oh, yeah,
A
Lester.
nice three-way tangle up there between Lester, Morgan, and Massioli.
We got a bumper out there. Somebody lost their bumper, Britt. I'm worried.
Well, I see a bumper, and also on your screen there is a muffler. A near miss there by Massioli.
63 is going to get tagged. Oh, no. Oh.
Head-to-head collision.
Looks like we got a couple of them stranded out there. 63 hasn't moved in a little while.
63, Mike Lester.
35 still going.
Well, what I see, Doc, is Dave Hero in the 113 is down and not moving. Mike Lester in the 63. The 58 car.
Oh.
The 26 car of Dean Murray, I haven't seen move in a while. And the 70 car of Mike Martin is, along with the 35 car of Steve Morgan. Mike Martin and Steve Morgan are the only cars still running. And here how Massioli found a little something. And Morgan took it away.
That yellow car out there is still moving, but he got hooked up on the back of the blue and pink, or pink and blue car, and he can't get down.
He's high-centered his rear axle by climbing up on the 58 car. And look at this here, as Steve Morgan has created some distance to do a hard run at the passenger side of Mark Massioli. Here it comes.
Wow!
Oh, almost a rollover. What a hit. And he's going to do it again.
Well, I think, yeah, looks like Massioli might. Well, I don't know. Is he going to keep going? Wow, in the front, that with the front end that time. Morgan, fearless.
Morgan could be making a mistake, though, choosing for the front-on collision, as he could do some damage to his own motor and hurt his cause for this. Massioli is moving. Another nice little climb-up collision.
Steve Morgan and Mark Massioli, who are definitely going at it.
Let's see. That yellow car out there is still spinning those wheels, trying to get loose. I think somebody needs to hop out. Can they hop out and push them loose?
Steve Morgan, Doc, doing another run at Massioli.
No, he's going into this other group. He's going to loosen up that number 3, maybe.
That should be it, as Massioli's been ordered to pull his flag.
There's the
checkered flag for Steve Morgan in the 35 car. Congratulations, Steve. And here's a check for $1,500 and a trophy.
Woo-wee. And I doubt if he's going to spend that $1,500 body work for that rig. Yeah, nice job out there by Mr. Steve Morgan with the skull and crossbones on his number.
Here comes the trophy car. Doc, what is that?
It's a beautiful Chevelle. Not sure exactly what year, late 60s.
It's got the old, what do they call those tops with the,
Tanau.
what?
Tanau?
The Tanau cover top?
I guess. I don't know.
And in fourth place, car number 58, Don Olin. In third place, car number 70, Mike Martin.
Mike Martin, number 3.
And in second place, car number 812.
Massioli taking second, and he will receive again $750 for his troubles.
Now those top 4 all get a little pay for this, don't they?
Yeah. And there's the trophy presentation. And our next event is the big car crash. And I see we have 12 drivers signed up.
Woo-wee.
But that's a big trophy. You got a room at home.
All right, Doc, we have the big car Kitsap crash coming as the Skyview AP and Hobby Outlet team remove the helicopters and little trucks they've been racing around. A nice shot of the fans there here on a beautiful day in Kitsap County at the Fairgrounds Stadium, Thunderbird Stadium. Blue skies. It was a little hazy this morning, but the skies have parted and we are in good shape.
Yeah, let's take a moment to thank the West Sound Community TV volunteers that make it possible for us to bring this programming back to the community. We've got Michael Mathis, Matthew St. Carol, and Kitty Campagna on the cameras for you tonight. Patricia Ann is doing the audio. We've got the G-Man, Mr. Garrett Syke, chairman of the board of directors, calling the shots for you. My partner, the doctor of metal mayhem, the metal maniac himself, the B-Daddy, Mr. Brent Woolard on that other microphone, and I'm the Doc Parr.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. And while we got a minute here waiting on the cars to come out, let's talk about our sponsors real quick. They're not donating their time and money for advertising. They're doing it because they enjoy public access television and bringing events like this to the community.
And that's why we call them underwriters.
That's right. Skyview AP specializes in aerial, still, and video photography, all in high-quality digital and in any format. They also provide thermal imagery for search and rescue, production and multimedia commercial and video editing, entertainment for events, parties, and fairs, allowing the audience some hands-on experience. I believe tonight they'll let some of the crowd operate some of these remote control vehicles. They also do promotions of high-quality products and service through sponsorship and advertising, and they can be reached at www.skyviewap.com. That's AP for aerial platforms.
Yeah, we've also got to thank Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Restoration for their continuing support of community television here in Kitsap County. And we got to send out a big thanks to Mr. Jack Bailey of Racecom Electronics, who has supplied West Sound tonight with the intercom system that we're using. And believe me, without those intercoms, we wouldn't be able to do this thing. So we really want to thank Jack.
Yeah, Doc, the communications equipment we are using is being provided by Racecom Electronics, a local privately owned company that specializes in communications equipment for racing, government, and any other circumstance where quality electronic communications might be needed. Look them up in the phone book, Racecom Electronics. Also, Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Restoration is celebrating its 30th anniversary in the Kitsap Peninsula. Paul's Carpet is a locally owned and operated friendly business, and they have been helping to underwrite programming for West Sound TV for over 8 years. Paul's can be contacted via email at paulscarpetcare@aol.com.
And believe it or not, the way this West Sound Community production team works, we're all volunteers, and the expense money that these underwriters provide us help to make it possible for us to bring this action to you by keeping some of these cameras and some of this equipment working, and once in a while having a chance to buy something new or here or there to help bring better programming to the people of Kitsap County. And let me just put a plug in here real quickly. The county commissioners in the city of Bremerton are currently in the process of negotiating a refranchise agreement with our local cable companies, Comcast in the city of Bremerton and Comcast County currently, and soon we'll be working with Wave. And if you enjoy this type of community programming, the public events that West Sound brings to you, everything from this great Destruction Derby action to our high school sports, we would urge you to contact either your county commissioners or the city councilman in Bremerton to let them know that public television, local public television here in Kitsap County is important to you as a member of this community. And you folks out there at the cable company, you're the one that's helping to pay for this with your cable access fees. And again, we're not getting that coverage from those Seattle stations, are we, Brent? So we got to do it ourselves. And this is some pretty good programming.
That's right, Doc. And there's been a change, a last-minute change. Nope, now they changed back. They were going to run the Mini Car Championship Figure 8 race, but we are ready for the Big Car Kitsap Crash, Doc. So far, we have the 24 car there. That is KC Straight. 87, Dale Avery Jr. 30, Travis Kowalski. Joe Kowalski, excuse me.
A buddy of yours?
731 car, Jeff Hiscox.
The USS Alabama.
Roll Tide, Jeff. 90. Clayton Corey, 99. Chris Ray.
Oh, man, these guys look like they want to do some crashing out there, Brim.
The 5 car, a guest, Scott Justice.
He's from all the way down from Forks. This is going to be a fun one here. The big boys are out there now.
Scott Justice all the way from Forks, Doc. I wonder how many cars they have in Forks that would be fitting an end.
Actually, that number 5 car is pretty clean looking.
Yes,
he
it
might
is.
have driven it down.
The 110 station wagon there of Rich Burr.
And Rich was our number 2 guy in the total season points in the big car standings. Now, I like this where they're starting on both sides of the field all around the stadium here. And a lot of these guys have got their rear ends pointed towards the center of the Thunderbird Stadium.
As they should. $3,000 total payout. Kelsey Payne there, the flagman for today's festivities. Looks like we're about ready to get underway.
There it is. He's working him down. Green flag. We're underway. Wow.
Nothing yet. Everybody kind of testing the waters. Kowalski puts a light hit on the 99 car of Chris Ray. Oh, nice shot there.
More than a light hit.
Dale Avery Jr. gives a good Forks welcome to the 5 car of Scott Justice. Look at that wheel, Doc. The rear left is gone.
Yep, it is out of action. Well, we got another car dead up on the...
Oh! Avery, a man possessed.
I guess.
Knocks into the 95 car of Mike Nordstrom.
And that black station wagon that Dale's driving reminds me of that black wagon out of Animal House.
Ooh, another vicious collision between Nordstrom and Avery.
110 there, Rich Burr still alive. 24 is Casey Straight. He sneaks through. Rich Burr still working. He hits Avery on the front end.
Burr Avery, Kowalski, Straight,
Nordstrom still moving.
Nordstrom. And that's it, Doc.
5 cars still moving out there.
4 of them are going to get paid.
Oh!
A near miss there, Burr on Kowalski.
Wow, look out!
Kowalski giving a love tap to KC Straight. Look at that rear right wheel, Doc. I think it's got an alignment problem. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't see that 731 car.
Nah, Jeff never made it out. Told me the car was running pretty good, too. Oh, Jeff's out. He just knocked out over there on the west end.
Oh, look out, look out. Avery's hunting. Ah, but Avery's going to get shoved up against the wall by Rich Burr.
Rich Burr pushes him up against the wall. Then Kowalski gives him a little love tap, resets his counter. Again, there's a 90-second clock for the drivers to make a hit, or they have to pull their flag. That's the way they determine when you're done, is if it's been 90 seconds that you've made what they call significant contact.
And
Like, here comes Burr. He's got his sights on somebody. Looks like he's going for Straight, possibly.
oh, couldn't
And he
quite
gets
get him.
just a little tap, but that will be enough to reset his timer.
And Dale Avery's trying to work himself free over there against the wall.
Looks like Kowalski's down for the count. And Burr helps Avery into the concrete.
Oh, Casey gets Burr.
Straight helps him with a left turn there, the hard way.
Man, that wagon of Burr's, though, is still working. He can carry the kids to school in that thing.
And actually, that 24 car of KC Straight is in pretty good shape, but so is Burr's station wagon.
And Avery's still trying to move. I don't know if his time's going to be called there. Uh-oh, a little bit of rush hour traffic there. The commuters.
This could be therapy if you suffer from traffic rage syndrome.
Uh-oh, we got smoke coming out of Burr's car, but he might be okay.
He's used to it.
Yeah, it looks like Avery has given up the ghost. He's still moving, but he hasn't made a hit on a moving car.
Yeah.
There he breaks free. Look at that.
Kowalski just pulled his flag.
Uh-oh, right down below our position here. We've got Burr and Straight working each other.
Here they go.
There we go! Oh, man!
Coolant starting to come from Straight's hood area. Definitely a radiator or hose problem.
Wow! Rammed into the big tire, backed into the wall. Rich Burr's rear tire's almost ready to come off, though.
So's Kowalski's, or KC Straight's left rear.
He's running it on flat. He's running on the rim.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they're getting separation from each other right now. Looking like we could have a long distance run collision, and then they tap each other again. $1,500 to the winner. Oh, and Burr finally loses the wheel. This could be it. The entire wheel just came right off from the axle.
Oh, it's Straight'll give him another tag.
I'd say if Straight saw that wheel laying there, he'd probably just park it, because this thing, ladies and gentlemen, is over. And now he's going to back off and just survey.
Man, Rich's wheel there is still spinning, but he's not going to go anywhere without the rubber, it doesn't look like. He's pulling his flag.
Boy, I tell you what. And he waves off the 24 car of KC Straight. Straight's car looks better than some cars do after an oval, Doc. He has not really suffered that much
Except
damage.
for that rear tire, which is almost ready to completely come off.
Right, that's it. And they've called it.
Yeah, that is it.
KC Straight, your $1,500 winner. Rich Burr $750 for second place. Here comes the Chevelle with the trophies and the all-important trophy girl.
And there's not much of that station wagon of Dale Avery's left up there.
Nah, he's pretty beat up. Crowd loving the action today.
Nordstrom gets 5. Kowalski gets in 4th place, and that's some money.
Here comes KC Straight hopping out of the 24 car, being congratulated by Burr.
Dale Avery with number 3. Rich Burr is number 2.
And Straight
That's our
taking
champion.
the checkered flag. Trophy presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, our next event will be the Big Car Figure 8 Championship Race.
And remember, all these drivers get another chance at all this later on tonight in the finale of all finales, ladies and gentlemen. Car 29, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Gilmore. Car 8, World Mark Massioli. Car 55, Axel Hart.
And introducing the cars for this next event, we have the 189 car of Robert Happy Gilmore. We have the 812 car, Mark Massioli, we've seen already tonight. 55, Axel Harp. 14, Dan Pies. 42, Steve Sven Melseth. 165, next to him, John Yates. 155, next to 110, those two are buddies. That's Rich Burr in the 110, and 155 is Scott Dickey. And bringing up the rear, the 121 car, Clayton the Rooster Corey. Kelsey Payne ordering the cars to come around for their pace lap. And again, a championship figure 8. Any winner of a figure 8 race during the regular season can enter this event. And we're underway. Robert Gilmore in the 189 car in the lead. Mark Massioli on him pretty tight in that station wagon. And he spins out. Happy Gilmore. Massioli in the lead. Dan Pies on his tail. Axel Harp in 3rd place. We'll let these cars get spread out a little bit, and then it'll get fun as they try to cross that busy center.
Massioli still running in the lead.
Pies in 2nd place.
Axel Harp there.
Massioli almost spun out by Pies. Coming around turn 3, and they're neck and neck. Massioli finds himself going sideways. Oh, he gets out of it. Pies now in the lead. And he gets spun by Massioli. A lot of action over there in turn 4. And now Massioli has been pulled backwards. Pies is in the lead, followed by the 55 car of Axel Harp. And the 14 car of Dan Pies has blown the right rear wheel. And now he's lost the entire wheel. He's done.
Oh.
He might go a little bit, but he ain't going to go very far. And that opens the door for Axel Harp, the 20-year-old rookie out of Paulsbo, to take the lead. Which he hasn't yet, but it's only a matter of time, folks, as he spins Pies out. And here he goes. And also, we have one of the veterans, Burr, now 2nd place, 3 car lengths behind Axel Hart. Rich Burr, a 14-year driver, has now taken the lead. 3 laps to go. What an exciting race this is so far, Doc.
It sure is.
2 laps, Rich Burr in the lead, being chased by Axel Hart.
Oh, Axel going on the inside.
And they are neck and neck.
And that three-wheeler right in front of him.
They're tangled up. They're going into the wall. This could open the door for Yates in the 165 car, Doc. He comes around. I see the flagman, Kelsey Payne, looking back at the judges.
Hart got out.
White flag, 1 lap. 1 lap, you have Axel Hart. 42 car now has snuck into the action. That's Steve Sven Melson. Here comes Yates. And he will take the checkered flag, John Yates. John did a heck of a job. Wasn't in the lead at all or even in the running until about the last lap and a half. Heck of a job. 165, John Yates.
I don't know, Brent. John Yates is heading out of the stadium.
Well, they're going to have to get him back because they're all heading out of the stadium. What are they thinking? Okay.
Hey, Kelsey. Hey, you want to win?
Yeah.
Kelsey's out there looking for somebody that wants the checkered flag.
I guess so. I believe it's John Yates. I don't, like I said, when things get that messed up and you come from that far back to win, you don't even really know if you had enough legitimate laps to win the race. So they're getting Yates back. Yates, the 9-year driver out of Bremerton, 32-year-old, West Sound transmission, auto effects, West Sound Power Sports DNC competition engine. Actually, they're going to give the race to Rich Burr.
Oh, boy.
The 110 car, Rich Burr. 14-year driver, 35-year-old from Bremerton. Discount Tire and Wheel, West Bay #2, Little John's Auto Center, Golden Rule Body Piercing. So congratulations, Rich Burr. Another one in the tops of the big car points race. He won a $200 check for taking second place.
There's Kelsey Payne out there with the trophy girl and that Chevelle waiting for Rich to get his car back up and out there. I don't know. Well,
Here comes Burr. There he is right there.
There's the 110.
It's pretty rare that the trophy girl waits for the winner, isn't it, Doc?
Yes, it is.
He didn't even know he won it. That might be one that, well, they're not going to review it because they're not doing a protest video of this event. But hey.
And no points either, of course, because the points have all been awarded.
$25 check and a trophy for his troubles.
Well, that'll pay for a gallon or two of antifreeze.
That's right, Doc. And the next race, the Mini Car Championship Figure 8 race. Here come the cars, 161 car. Owen Lewis, 153 car. Vincent Lee Morris, 111. Bill Power, the 44-year-old rookie. 71, Christina Lugnut Payne, one of the female drivers in her 4th year. 63, Mike Lester. 72, Chris the Blur Rowland. 92, Tony Flash Fuller, or as Rich calls him, Tony Full-Time Fuller, because he's in the lead full-time. And again, we have Dave Haro in his 113 car. And we're on the pace lap, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for this championship mini car figure 8. Let's watch Fuller work his way to the lead.
There goes the green flag underway. Tighten that first corner.
71 car, Christina Payne in the lead. Haven't seen a woman win in a while, Doc. It'd be nice. She's in the lead, followed by the 153 car, Vincent Lee Morris. We have 2 cars down in turn 2, Dave Haro and the 161 car of Owen Lewis. Boy, they just sure seem to be in slow motion, don't they, Doc?
Some of them do. 71 and 153, though, look like they're cranking.
Christina Payne from Port Orchard.
Yeah, that 153 is trying to work on her.
Oh, and she gets spun out over there in the corner. 153 car, Vincent Lee Morris in the lead, but guess what? He's got Mike Lester in that 63 car hot on his tail. And who's in third place but Tony Fuller?
Christina gets the car turned around, gets back in it, but she's a half lap or more behind now. Oh, a little meeting in the middle.
That is not what Lester needed. That significantly increased the lead that the Vincent Lee Morris car has on the field with 4 laps to go here in this championship event.
Yeah, and Fuller working on number 63, trying to get around him. That's Lester.
Fuller and Lester, first and second place in the points lead in the points race for the season. And Fuller spins Lester out.
Oh, yeah.
He's going backwards.
It looks like Fuller's inherited that number 2 spot.
Vincent Lee Morris comfortably in the lead.
That M&M car is moving out.
And there is the 111 car Bill Power is behind Morris, but he doesn't have enough laps in to actually be in second place. What it will do, though, is it'll put a screen between Tony Fuller.
Oh, so much for Mr. Morris.
Yeah.
So Flash has got himself an open track, but I think there's only 2 laps left to catch number 153.
That's right, Doc. 2 laps to go, and now 1 as the white flag has come out. Vincent Lee Morris, barring some sort of natural disaster, should win this race.
Well, look at Fuller, though. He's cranking it. He's trying to get there. Half a lap to go. I don't think he's going to make it.
Checkered flag, Vincent Lee Morris. Congratulations.
All right.
The M&M guy, 13-year racer out of Seabeck. Sponsored by Wheelchair Library for You, Web Designs by Sandy, and Morris Automotive.
Oh, that was a good one there.
Congratulations to Vincent Lee Morris.
Now, those little cars don't have quite the sound of the big V8s out there, but they sure scoot around the track. That was a fun one. And again, all of these people out in this race have won at least once in the mini car figure eights throughout the season. And there is that pretty M&M car. Looks like it's still in pretty decent shape even.
Look at how full the stadium is today for this, Doc.
Great crowd, just a great crowd.
I don't see many empty seats. And there's that Chevelle again, bringing the trophy out to Vincent Morris.
Well, this time Vincent decided to stay out to get his award. Well, great fun. Again, this is the last race of 2005, but I'm sure about the beginning of next May, the KDDA will be ready to crank them up again for next season's series.
That's right, Doc, and you can check that schedule on their website, kitsapdestructionderby.com. Well, the next event is a special one. It's one they do at the end of the season for the president. It's called the Gauntlet. He will be in his full-size 36 car taking on a field of mini cars, and he will try to do 10 laps while they all try to stop him. What a beautiful evening it is here tonight. Great shot of the moon there by Matthew on camera. West Sound Community Television is a local non-profit organization of media professionals and other volunteers. whose mission is the production, promotion, and development of community television programming and public access to electronics communications media. Well, here they come.
Oh boy, Brent, now we have not seen a race like this yet this season.
Once a year, Doc, and it's for the president. He will go clockwise instead of counterclockwise on this race and try to do 10 laps while the mini cars, and there are about 15 of them, try to stop him. Now,
we've even got a mini truck out there, number 101.
nope. You know, those trucks, they got a hard time keeping their traction. We'll see how it works out. Actually, we have 2 trucks, 3 trucks tonight, 4 trucks, Doc.
Working them. Oh boy. And again, Brandon Price and the guys from Skyview AP running their jet aircraft out there. We were having a great dogfight and saw a parachute come out. One of the pilots ejected.
Yeah. And
There
the
they
green
go.
flag. We're underway here in the gauntlet race. Steve Harris
It looks like Harris is going to get whacked right
seems
away.
to be, they're just going to destroy him in turn 2.
yeah.
I don't think he's going to get a half a lap in, Doc.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, boom.
35. Taking Steve Harris out. Steve Harris is not moving as Mike Lester comes in for the action. Doc,
Well, looks like it's too late, Mike.
I think it was a good idea, but it's over.
Yeah, maybe they should have started him on one side of the track and the other guys on the other.
Well, did you notice when he took off, he was going awfully slow. I think he had a power problem out of the gate.
Boy. Yeah, they're all just piling up on him up there.
I think at this point it's cruel and unusual punishment, and now they red flag it. It's done. Mercifully, it's
Well,
over.
Now, what about this idea? What about one of those little mini electric cars out there? These mini cars try to get the electric car.
You mean like, beautiful, beautiful. The 58 car just blew her top. I'm not sure who that is, but looks like the radiator cap popped off and just spewed coolant everywhere.
Yeah, we believe that was Straight's car, Casey Straight's car. Not sure who's driving.
Well, who do you give the trophy to in a gauntlet race when the gauntlet driver doesn't make it?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like anybody. I don't see our trophy girl out there. That's what I was going to say. Do the mini cars then get to bash each other to see who's the last one running?
Well, now, as we look at the crowd, look on to see what's going on.
Crowd's calling for the Alabama car, I think. Where's the big boy, that Alabama car? Get it out there, Brett.
Chanting, his Cox, his Cox. Jeff, his Cox needs to get that baby running because he got shut down there in the Kitsap crash. Okay, now that we've gotten all of the championship races out of the way and rollover and here the gauntlet, we are going to start on a series of our regular oval and figure 8 races. Now they've started, the cars have started moving around, but I'm not sure what they're doing. They're not going to do a derby here because there's an actual derby at the end of the event tonight.
The old
and now they're all leaving the field. So the next event will be a big car heat race. Well, instead of the regular heat race, we're going to take another shot at the gauntlet race as Skyview AP and Hobby Outlet are playing with some remote control cars out here. And they're getting a little chase by the 72 car. Of Chris Rowland. I haven't seen Steve Harris's car yet.
It's still up against the wall, Brent.
Oh, okay. So
I think we're going to need a new big car if they're going to
yeah,
try
I
to
was
run
gonna
that gauntlet
say,
again.
we don't see one out here yet.
But these little mini car guys, they want it.
Yeah, it's a chance to, you know, I think it's kind of a little mini car guy, big car guy thing, a little battle royale. Looks to me like they're just kind of playing around, but apparently they have something in mind.
Well, you did say it was the play day. This is number 7 in the season for them, and so everybody's going to get a shot here, I guess, at it. And in the after this specialty event here, in the regular heats and 8s that are coming up, a lot of drivers are going to be driving who don't normally get to drive.
We're talking to you here. We're going to give Steve Harris a rolling start.
Oh, they are going to give Steve a chance. Guess it cranked up that machine again.
And then you can start going. But until then, you got to keep still. So we're making it fair.
And they are going to give Steve a little bit of a start this time. I don't know. He's going to have to do it on the back of the Chico towing
Yeah, I was going to
truck.
say, is a towing truck going to drive around and drag him through? Unless Steve very well could have another 36 car ready. A lot of the guys had, I believe the Heroes had 6 cars ready. So as long as they all have the same number, it's fine. It's play day. Anything goes.
8 laps is what that big car has to make through this gauntlet. That's why they call it the gauntlet of little mini cars.
I
out
honestly
there.
don't understand why. Oh, I guess they're just taking the 36 car off the track now. Steve must be coming in a different car because he was not in that black 36 car.
The car that says "Bite Me" on the back.
Bite me. It's
That's right.
advertisement for a restaurant or something.
Oh, it must be our president of the KDDA.
You know what? He's using Cody the Rock Stayrook's 732 car.
The Misfits car.
Awfully nice of Cody to donate that sweet thing for a gauntlet race. And Steve Harris, the KDDA president, did in fact retire yesterday after 20 years of faithful service in the United States Navy. So
All right.
congratulations,
Congrats, Steve.
Enjoy your golden watch.
That's right. And now they're going to give him a little running start, which I think is a good idea. Okay. Round and round. Green flag is there. He's got some speed up, and now the other minis can go after him. Oh, we got a good run there. That is a gauntlet. Look at him. Look at him.
He's doing pretty good now.
Sure
He's in a
is.
strong running car.
Oh, he's having trouble up in that top end again.
They're like little piranhas out there going after that out. Oh, and he blows a tire. And I mean, blows a tire.
Yep, and I think that's going to be, let's see, I think that's going to be it once again, though, for Steve. He moved just enough to get 4 or 5 more hits.
Yeah, he's done. Again, not even a complete lap and just gets swarmed by the bees there. And he's down and out.
Oh,
And now they're just going to pile on and You got to wonder when they're going to stop this. Only bad things can happen at this point. And the checkered flag is up, and they're going to stop the event here. The 732 car is destroyed. Bodily fluids all over the track. No tire. She's done. Garrity and The Rock got their work cut out for them if they can get this thing back up tonight.
I don't know about that one, Brent. It's smoking pretty good there from the radiator section of that automobile.
Yeah, but these guys, they bring a lot of radiator parts. Matter of fact, a lot of them have extra radiators, knowing that that's one of the items that's going to fail pretty quickly.
And it looks like it's that right rear tire that popped that rubber. Yeah, I don't think he's even going to be able to get that thing moved out of there. I think he's going to get another ride from Chico Towing.
Nope, and so now that the gauntlet is officially over, our next race will be a big car heat race. Cars out on the track here for the heat race. The 40 car, Rick the Flip Duncan. 89 car, Gene Sanchez. The 100 wagon, Dirk the Diggler Johnson. 41, Patrick Mr. Mopar Duncan. 40 there, Rick the Flip Duncan. 89, as we discussed. 41, Patrick Mopar. 58 in the bright yellow sign car, Don Olin. 113, and this is Mel Haro, wife of Dave Haro. Kelsey Payne, not yet given the go sign. Look, I think we still have a couple of cars need to come out.
Well, now, obviously, since the points have been already given out for the season, what are these guys running for?
Basically, Doc, to have fun and fill time until the final demolition derbies.
Okay. They do get a trophy, though.
They're going to go with what they got. Looks like he's up. Green flag.
Underway.
We are underway here in the first big car heat race. And the 40 car of Rick the Flip Duncan in the lead, Team Duncan, and then he dies and gets passed by one of his teammates, Mr. Mopar Duncan, and the 58 car of Don Owen.
Oh, but Duncan gets that lead back again.
Rick the Flip Duncan back in the lead.
Wow!
Solved his power problem as Mr. Mopar gets chewed up pretty good. Now the 89 car is trying to get in the action of Gene Sanchez, and that allows the 58 of Don Olin to scoot through. Oh, 58, Don Olin is out the wagon. Dirk the Diggler Johnson.
That big old Suburban.
And now he's out. Well, not out, but he went sideways.
Duncan,
And
once again.
We're back where we started. Rick the Flip Duncan, the 48-year-old driver, 30 years driving experience, and he has one heck of a lead right now.
And that 100, that old Suburban there's in second place.
There's Rick right there. 4 laps. 4 laps to go here in this first big car heat race. Rick the Flip Duncan with a comfortable lead. I wonder if that spoiler does anything for the Dirk Diggler station wagon Scout.
Doing pretty good out there for that big rig.
Rick the Flip Duncan in the lead.
Number 58 coming around. Don Olin decides it's easier to go backwards.
Boy, I tell you, we got 3 dead cars on the track and one going backwards.
Wow!
And the fans didn't see it, but the wagon of the 100 car,
Oh.
Dirk Diggler, has gone up on the tires. There it is, and he's done.
I thought he was going to go up and say hey to Kelsey there. We got the white flag out, 1 lap left to go.
Rick the Flip Duncan about ready to pass Mel. Oh, and he will give her a little kiss on the way by.
Ow!
Careful there, Rick. You run up on that car. There it is, a checkered flag for Rick Duncan.
And Holland almost snuck up behind him on that one.
I wonder how many races Duncan's won in his 30 years at driving, Doc. Anyway, he's sponsored by Advanced Door Service, Crabtree Well Drilling, JPL Habitability, Big O Tires, Jim's Auto Wrecking, Martin Motorsports, RB2 & Sons Car Crushing, Melseth Garage, Nielsen's Mopar Ranch, and Olympic Artworks. Congratulations, Mr. Duncan, on your victory.
And if we had smell-o-vision out here, you could smell that antifreeze and that rubber burning.
Rick Duncan, incidentally, was 12th in the points race this year, so he's made a pretty good showing throughout the season as the trophy car comes through. There's the Scout that's rolled up on the tires. On this soft dirt track, you know, you lose traction and you head towards them tires. It's done.
Especially with a rig that's probably a couple tons out there.
Okay, our next event will be the first mini car heat race. A fine family event here at Thunderbird Stadium as the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association puts on 7 times a year these wonderful events. And now it's time for the mini car heat. 98, Steven Sellers. 4, Everett Rollbar. I imagine that's not his real name. 112, Melissa Moore. 156, John Schneider. The 34 car, Kevin Boogie Dad Roris. 199, Jacob Knowlton. 86, Mike Ackerman. 48, Lewis Sellers.
8 cars out there in this first mini car heat. Kelsey sends them off on the pace lap.
The 34 car, Doc, is Kevin Roris, who's Kevin at Northwest Air Media, who helps us out with our website and the KDDA. And they're underway here in this race, heat race, mini cars. 98, Steven Sellers was in the lead, but that was short-lived.
Yeah, who's going to come out of it? 156 coming around this corner.
John Snyder.
The Duke of Hazard.
The Duke.
Oh, he's up on 2 wheels going around that corner.
It's tough. The cars start digging some trenches in them turns, and it really makes it tough to keep your traction as you come around that corner and get bounced around. Again, John Snyder, Duke's a Hazard, in the lead in the 156, about ready to lap Melissa Moore.
And number 48, Louis Sellers, is pretty close to
on his tail. Uh-oh. John Snyder blew a tire. Front right tire's gone, and that has allowed Lewis Sellers to take the lead in this race. And now Lewis has lapped Melissa Moore. Well, he almost had her.
Yeah, Sellers.
Lewis Sellers in the lead.
And John Snyder is still out there with 3 tires.
John Snyder is doing a heck of a job on 3 wheels. There's Lewis Sellers coming below us here. There's the 156 car with that blown right front tire of John Snyder.
And I think that's about as far as he's going to go, because I think he blew another one.
Somebody's losing coolant, and I believe that's the 34 car of Kevin Boogie Dad Roris.
We got the white flag out. Final lap.
Lewis Sellers in the 48 car coming below us here at turn 2. And Lewis
Well, one more lap, says Kelsey. There's our
Actually-
winner.
The 199 car of Jacob Knowlton.
Yeah,
Boy, I really missed something there. Jacob Knowlton, congratulations. You've won the first mini car heat race.
And once again, a loose bumper out there, and there goes that radiator on the little gray car.
And look at this, Doc. We have Lewis Sellers parking in the middle of the field. He thinks he won the race. He's taken off his seatbelt, loosening up the helmet. I thought he had won the race myself. I wonder if maybe he had shot inside of a tire or something, making the... Look at the parts all over the road. Well, that's awful nice of Melissa Moore to pick that bumper up and throw it back in her car.
Well, and of course, it's not our flag person who makes these decisions. It's the judge. Now he's walking over to number 48, Louis Sellers, who we thought was the winner originally.
Well, you know, it's pretty tough to keep track of a lot of cars on the field when they get a lot of contact early. So, hey.
Well, that's why you got a group of judges sitting up there.
Yeah, they'll figure it out, and they did. Lewis Sellers is the winner of the race. We had it right here. They kind of freaked us with the different car, and they're
One
Jacob
for the
Knowlton.
announcers.
Yeah. Congratulations on your victory. All right, the next event is going to be the first regular big car figure eight race. Here come the cars. And I'll tell you, the youngest fan award goes to that little trooper right there. Growing up right. Okay, let's take a look at our cars here. 42 car, Steve Sven Melseth. 143, Eric Sprider. 43, Eric Sprider, sorry, 143, Miss Hook. 165, John Yates. 77 car, Bria Bronson Steele, a rookie woman driver out of Seebeck. 155, you all know Scott Dickey. 110, his buddy Rich Burr. And next to him, Jeremy Steele in the 78 car. Axel Harp in the 55, 75, Diesel Dave Needham.
Yeah, well, this is one of those real action races, this figure eight.
Kelsey Payne, our flag man, getting ready to start them off here. And there's the signal. That's the pace lap signal. Again, as long as they come around the corner tight, he will start the race. We have two 78s out here, Doc. We could be in a little bit of trouble. Green flag, we're underway. Wow, Sven Melseth takes a quick and commanding lead coming around turn 2.
Scott Dickey mixed it up with about 4 cars.
Looks like Scott's gonna be a little fly in the ointment there as he shot across the gap. Just tried to straighten himself out. He's back in it. Steve Sven Melseth in the 42 car in the lead, being chased by Miss Hook as she clips Jeremy Steele, or at least one of the 78 cars.
And Nielsen, number 43.
I think he's been lapped, Doc.
Okay. So Melseth still in the lead.
Steve Sven Melseth, in his 5th year from Paulsbo, is your leader.
Yeah, number 43 is working it pretty hard.
Neil Smith is grinding a lot of metal. He's dropping sparks all over the track. We also have a big chunk of car out in the middle. You see it right there on the bottom of your screen. Rich Burr closing the gap with Sven Melseth.
Oh, Burr hit that bumper.
Rich Burr losing coolant yet again. Sven Melson still in the lead. Oh! At the same time he blows his radiator, he takes that huge chunk of car part right on the hood. Boy, that could have been really disastrous. Sven trying to pick his way through the crowd here as he spins out Diesel Dave Needham. Sven cruising. 3 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps to go here in this first big car figure 8.
Sven all by himself for the moment.
Sven is. Burr blew his coolant system.
Scott Dickey seems to be running pretty well again.
He does, but I'm not sure how many laps he's completed.
And our leader right there, number 155.
White flag. White flag.
Oh, it's not
Sven Melson.
42 is our leader.
Dickey's giving it a heck of a run. I just got to wonder if he has enough laps in, and it sounds like his car just died.
Oh, I think we only got 2 cars left working.
And here comes Sven, and he will win the race. Congratulations, Steven Sven Melson, the 24-year-old driver out of Paulsbo. And again, that Team Mopar is sponsored by Advanced Door Service, Crabtree Well Drilling, JPL Habitability, Big O Tires, Jim's Auto Wrecking, Martin Motorsports, RB2 & Sons Car Crushing, Melseth Garage, Nielsen's Mopar Ranch, and Olympic Artworks. Congratulations to Steve Sven Melson. He'll get a trophy and a $25 check for his troubles.
Yeah, we got a lot of dead ones out there after that race.
We certainly do, Doc. These big cars wreak havoc on each other.
Yeah, that's what we call that, metal mayhem. People crawling out of those dead machines out there.
Trophy girl out to give Sven his prize and a peck on the cheek, perhaps.
There's our winner. There he is, Mr. Melson.
Okay, our next race will be a mini car figure 8.